Right now, some Olympic athletes are in Wisconsin tonight, how they are working to win a new title. Also, attacks on Kyiv continue, but Ukrainians are not backing down. The latest on the Russian invasion. And the long-awaited return for one parade performing group. That's all coming up at 10. Okay, maybe you spent some time watching these athletes compete in the Olympics last month. Now, this weekend, a lot of them are here in Madison competing with a couple of local curling legends for a new title. Tahalil Mahodin shares what's next for two all-time greats and how they're being received right here at home.
Throwing the red rocks, Becca Hamilton and Matt Hamilton.
An Olympic brother-sister duo back where it all began.
I've known Matt and Becca since they were teenagers when they first started curling in Madison.
Just a few weeks after competing in Beijing, they're looking to represent Team USA once again. Hoping to sweep their way into first place in the 2022 Mixed Doubles National Championship.
It's harder than it looks.
Their local fans cheering them on.
Extremely proud, just, the gold medal and seeing him play in multiple Olympics.
And area curlers inspired.
I've only been curling for 4 years, but you can come down to the curling club and see me playing with Matt Hamilton, who has a gold medal on the same team on a Wednesday beer night league. I think that's a cool thing that you wouldn't get in many other sports.
As for Becca and Matt, aside from claiming the national title, they're looking forward to sleeping in their own beds. In Middleton, Tahlil Mahodin, News 3 Now.
Becca and Matt Hamilton won today's match and will compete tomorrow for the national championship. It's set to start at 11 a.m. at the Bob Suter Capitol Ice Arena in Middleton. A reminder for you at home tonight, it's time to move those clocks up 1 hour. 48 states are going to be doing that tonight, with the exception of Arizona and Hawaii. Daylight saving time begins tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. Clocks will not be needed to be changed until early November. All right, now let's take a live look outside. This is a live look at the Capitol tonight. It's looking pretty dark outside tonight, but the sun will start to rise a little bit earlier tomorrow morning. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky.
And really, once that sun starts rising tomorrow, we are going to feel the temperatures rising with it. Now, we're expecting upper 40s for tomorrow afternoon, but it's not going to feel like that's possible after these very cold days that we have seen. But I assure you, it is on its way. Currently 20 degrees. Just a few hours ago, we were down into the upper teens. So now we're on our way up here with these temperatures overnight, thanks to a southerly breeze. That'll help to keep our temperatures slowly rising. Now our Doppler track showing a few of those flurries and lighter snow showers trying to squeak their way through the area. Not quite seeing anything reaching the ground here in Dane County as of just yet, at least here at our studio. But our temperature change, it's already warmer than last night at this time, and I can feel it outside. We're all going to feel it for tomorrow. Currently in the 20s. You can hear that wind whipping behind me. The breeze, again, helping to warm things up, but it's going to be a breezy night and a breezy day for tomorrow. More snow showers still in the way for tonight, but will we see any accumulation before this big warm-up? I'll answer that question coming up in a bit.
Thanks so much, Austin. New developments tonight out of Eastern Europe. Russian forces are intensifying their attacks on Kyiv, and civilians are getting caught up in that fight. A former president of Ukraine says this is not a war against his country. It's a war against freedom and democracy. He also warns people to be wary of Russian President Vladimir Putin.
From my experience of 5 years communication with Putin, we have one very important message. Please don't trust Putin. Please don't trust Russia.
Meanwhile, the U.S. continues to provide Ukraine support. President Biden announced more sanctions last night, and more are going to be placed against the country.
In Ukraine's southeast, Russian tanks fired at residential buildings in the port city of Mariupol. Shelling also hit near a mosque, where dozens, including children, took shelter in the strategically important city.
The tactics that Russia is now using in Ukraine is the same one as they used in Syria. This kind of tactics brings enormous civilian losses.
To the northeast in Kharkiv, residents are hiding in subway stations while Russian forces bombard the area. Kyiv awakened to air sirens, nearby explosions signaling that Russian troops are closing in on Ukraine's capital. The White House announced Saturday it's approved another $200 million in arms and equipment for Ukraine. On Friday, President Biden delivered another economic blow to Russia, saying the U.S. and its allies are revoking its most favored nation trade status.
Putin is an aggressor. He is the aggressor, and Putin must pay the price.
Washington is also banning the import of Russian goods like caviar, vodka, and diamonds. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
In a conversation today with French and German leaders, Russia says Putin laid out terms for ending the war. This included Ukraine surrendering its territory. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is calling for a no-fly zone over Ukraine and a stop to the war. Listen here as one Ukrainian orchestra group is showing their support. The Vatican also shared their hopes today for the end of this invasion. The Pope says that he's willing to do anything possible to help reach a ceasefire in Ukraine. The Vatican Secretary of State says it's never too late to find peace. Sanctions on Russia are pushing up gas prices here in the U.S. That's why Uber is rolling out fuel fees. The rideshare company says the fee will apply to rides and Uber Eats deliveries beginning on March 16th. The money's going to go directly to drivers, and Uber says it's going to reevaluate that surcharge in 60 days. And for the latest headlines out of Eastern Europe, you can help those affected in Ukraine by downloading our Channel 3000 News app. It's free and available in the App Store. Next tonight, Fitchburg police are investigating reports of shots fired early this morning. Police say multiple people either saw or heard this gunfire just after midnight on Post Road. Officers say that they found 2 men and arrested 1 on unrelated charges. The investigation is still ongoing, and police ask that anyone that has information, please call Fitchburg Police. We're seeing new video tonight out of Milwaukee. This is from back in January when a man shot and injured a police officer. Then he took off with the officer's vehicle. The video was released last night. At this time, it was the second shooting of a cop in the city in 2 days and the third in just 2 weeks. The 22-year-old suspect was later caught. He's facing several charges, including attempted first-degree intentional homicide. A world-famous art museum became a high-profile crime scene this afternoon. 2 employees at New York City's Museum of Modern Art were stabbed by a 60-year-old man who recently had his membership revoked. Police say that the man entered the museum to see a film but was denied entry. That's when he jumped on the counter and attacked 2 of the employees.
Recorded on video leaving. We have a direction of flight. His description went out immediately over the division radio to the units in the area, and an immediate canvass was begun by units who responded to the vicinity of the scene and started looking for him.
Thankfully, both of the victims are expected to be okay. On to our COVID headlines tonight. Some Walgreens and CVS locations are prepared to start their Test to Treat program. This program tests people with COVID-19 and treats those who do test positive with an antiviral pill. More than 1,000 pharmacies received the treatment this week, and the White House says that both the tests and medications are free. Across the state, COVID case numbers are continuing to go down. New DHS data yesterday shows that the 7-day average for cases is just under 400. Now, 3% of tests are coming back positive, and now only 1 county has a very high level of transmission. Low case numbers are also bringing another end to mask mandates. The UW-Madison mask mandate ended today after returning in August due to that spike in cases. Now, masks are no longer required in UW buildings, but are optional for anyone wishing to wear them. Masks are still required at Madison Metro Transit. Around the state today, the Dancing Grannies made their long-awaited return in Milwaukee's St. Patrick's Day Parade. The Grannies have not performed since the Waukesha Parade tragedy back in November when 3 members of the group were killed. Leaders say that they were prepared for an emotional day, but are dancing in honor of their lost friends.
I guess to the community and everybody, thank you for all the love and support, the continued love and support. Sometimes miracles are people with good hearts, and we have certainly experienced that.
Also, today's parade was the first St. Patrick's Day parade in Milwaukee since before the pandemic. Milwaukee isn't the only city beginning their St. Patty's Day celebrations. Still ahead at 10, how Chicago's St. Patrick's Day festivities are ramping up. Plus, the legacy of Girl Scouts organizations persisted into their 110-year anniversary. How Wisconsin Girl Scouts celebrated at the Capitol after the break.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed, just $89.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
During the Mattress Madness sale at Steinhoffel, save big on all the best brands of mattresses at the best prices, in stock and ready for delivery. Like a Beauty Rest Black Queen mattress, starting at just $19.99. And you'll get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash. Get a Queen Tempur-Pedic for just $21.99 and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash. And with Steinhoffel's special financing and free delivery, you can't make a mistake. It's the Mattress Madness sale. Relax, it's Steinhoffel's. Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Any first item removed, just $89.
Don't forget to set your clocks at 1 hour later. We're springing forward Sunday morning.
And speaking of springing forward, we're looking at spring-like temperatures coming into the forecast. We'll have this and more from 6:30 to 8 tomorrow morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Decorating signs, giving speeches, and casting their first ballot. Girl Scouts from across the state of Wisconsin gathered in the Capitol today for a jam-packed day of fun activities and an opportunity to make their voices heard. Service, leadership, empowerment, and of course, deliciously sweet cookies are all key ingredients as to why the Girl Scouts have such a long-lasting legacy.
There's something that's very, very powerful about women working together to make the world a better place.
In celebration of their 110-year anniversary, troops from across the nation are bringing girls together to acknowledge the lasting imprint the organization has had on our nation's history, celebrating both the community and sisterhood.
When everyone was getting ready for the photo, I was up there just looking down, and I was just thinking, wow, all of these girls from all across the state just coming here and celebrating being themselves. I just thought it was really amazing.
The day's activities centered on civic engagement and public service, allowing girls from the pre-K to the 12th grade to join the conversation with local lawmakers. In one session, called Girls Decide, State Reps Francesca Hong and Sarah Rodriguez explored the topic of voting with the Scouts, explaining how a vote can help shape the issues that they care about most.
We're building tomorrow's leaders, the people who are going to serve in the Senate, the people who are going to be the police officers, the people who are going to build community. And so Girl Scouts creates the next generation of those people that are going to make a difference for the world.
Expressing their gratitude for the lessons they've learned in the program, many girls say they're ready to continue their Girl Scout journey. As their handbook says, the work of today is the history of tomorrow, and we are its makers. And thanks so much to journalist Tamia Folks, who filmed, wrote, and edited that story. If you want to support a troop and the work that the Girl Scouts are doing, cookie season actually just got started last week, and it's going to run until April 10th. Scouts in our region are also giving back this week. Verona Cub Scout Pack 549 and Troop 349 are giving shoppers in Verona a list of food and non-food items needed by Badger Prairie Needs Network. Shoppers at Miller's & Sons Supermarket are encouraged to donate items or make cash donations. Organizers say that this is just one way that they're teaching these young scouts to give back.
Unfortunately, the last 2 years with the pandemic have been really difficult for a lot of people to be able to afford to purchase the food they need, and the services that Badger Prairie Needs Network provides to them helps them keep their family going.
The Scouts are actually hoping to collect 12,000 pounds of donations, and if you're looking to help out, they're going to be meeting at Miller's & Sons Supermarket again in Verona from 9 until 4 tomorrow. In more local news tonight, it was a chilly morning in downtown Madison for this year's Shamrock Shuffle. Each year, the event raises money for the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. Runners had a choice to either brace the cold weather in the morning or actually run at home in the new virtual option. Organizers say they welcomed a few thousand runners to the race. And then take a look at this. This is the Chicago River in the spirit of St. Patty's Day. Today it was dyed green by a local plumbers union. They used 3 boats. 2 of them have that secret dye, and the 3rd boat is a chaser to mix it all up. The river is going to stay green until next weekend. And remember, St. Patrick's Day is next Thursday. Austin, are you going to be doing any St. Patty's Day celebrating?
Oh, you know, I think I definitely will be. I might even head down to Chicago and check it out down there. And I always do wonder how much dye they have to actually pump in there to change the whole entire river over, because it looks like an actual nice shade of green down there. But outside right now, nice shade of black, as we don't have any sunshine and it's dark outside. But that's not going to be the case here at about 7 p.m. for tomorrow. We're going to see a 1 hour later sunset for tomorrow. So make sure you do flip those clocks 1 hour ahead. That's going to flip over at 2 a.m. here for a lot of our phones and everything that's connected to Wi-Fi. But from snow showers for tonight, mild conditions tomorrow. You can tell I was excited when I made this graphic earlier today. I threw in some exclamation points there for the mild conditions, but afterwards, some rain chances. Not as excited about that. I ended that one with a period, as you could tell. But then in our Doppler track, these are the flurries and light snow showers that we're currently looking at. Right now, starting to see a few of those lighter flurries developing. Nothing too strong as of right now, and we're not expecting any large snowfall totals by any means in these overnight hours. A dusting or a few tenths of an inch, generally to our northeast of Dane County. That's where we have our best shot at picking up just small snowfall amounts in the overnight hours. The future track does show that snow moving through. Notice how some of the more consistent snow showers will be up to our north and northeast. Still a chance to see a few flurries and lighter snow showers even elsewhere in parts of southern Wisconsin, but our best chance to pick up a dusting or a few tenths of an inch or so is generally going to lie just up to our north and northeast. Then for tomorrow, we're going to start out in the mid-20s. Afternoon temperatures, just look at this, upper 40s, and it's going to feel quite nice outside. But then jumping to Monday, starting those temperatures in the 30s. Our cars are going to love that. You're going to love that going outside in the morning, and then by the afternoon hours, lower 50s expected as of right now for Monday. Still tracking a potential to see a late day shower here on Monday. This one model tries to keep it as some snowfall, but if we do end up still seeing some snow hanging on somehow with temperatures at about 45 degrees, it would pretty much instantly melt once it reaches the ground. But the future track for snowfall, less than an inch here for most of us. Again, isolated dusting possible here for a lot of us, but small snowfall totals here for some areas up to our north and northeast. So not really looking at too much there. The high temperature trend is going to be the best graphic that we actually have here for today, because look at these temperatures. I mean, it's a way different season than where we have been these last few days. We're looking at some very nice conditions, but with those warmer temperatures, we're also looking at now rain chances instead of those snow chances.
It's crazy to see your graphic at that little tiny 23. It's very sad. pad.
Right.
It's just a massive change. Pretty awesome to see.
It just blows up, and I mean, there's no end in sight to this, at least in our current forecast, but still in our very extended models, still looking at a chance to see another cool down or so. So it might not be the complete end of winter, but for right now, I'm enjoying it.
Me too. Thanks, Austin. A few traffic notes to keep in mind next week. Crews say that they're going to be doing work on the Beltline's flex lanes beginning tomorrow night. That's when the overnight lane closures and traffic shifts are going to begin on Todd Drive. The eastbound ramp will be closed for about a month. The work will not affect any of the westbound lanes, and the project is expected to be finished by June. And in Janesville, the final phase of the I-3990 project will begin on Monday. Humes Road will be closed between Milton Avenue and Pontiac Drive until late August. Drivers will still be able to cross Humes Road, but people are asked to please use extra time and use alternate routes as well. The project includes new concrete pavement and traffic signal replacements. And speaking of traffic, there were massive backups today in snowy Pennsylvania. Officials said that they responded to a 73-car pileup this afternoon. Troopers say that there were multiple injuries, but everyone is expected to be okay. Emergency crews said that they don't expect any of the cars to be trapped on the highway overnight. Well, coming up, Championship Saturday up in Green Bay. 2 local teams are bringing home the hardware. Highlights and reactions coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's Ford Truck Month, America. With new inventory arriving daily, it's time to get after it in a Ford F-150 and a Ford Ranger. Stop by your local Ford dealer today and let us help you custom order your truck your way. Then we'll get after building it. It's Ford Truck Month. Visit your local Ford dealer today. Order your F-150 to lock in 0% financing for 66 months and $500 cash, plus an extra $1,000 retailer order bonus.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks.
Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, March 16th.
I never would have thought that Ron Johnson would have ever been somebody that I can say is family. I remember thinking, wow, he actually came here, but he actually took the time to step in the door and support my husband in a program, in a vision, in a dream. It was like their visions of helping the people were all one glue. And when the two of them got together, they developed a program called the Joseph Project.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
A season of highs and
and lows for the Wisconsin women's hockey team. Now, through it all, the Badgers kept their sights on bringing home another national title. Well, they already got through round 1 of the NCAA tournament. Now it's a rematch of last year's natty title game with Northeastern. The winner heads to the Frozen Four. Well, the Huskies net an early goal. The Badgers playing catch-up. Now it's Casey O'Brien who answers the call. Then Northwestern, they jump out to a 3-1 lead. Brett Pettit, though, she cuts it to a 1-goal game on the power play. But the Huskies owned their home ice. They go on to score on their power play. That makes it 4-2. And the Badgers come up short in the quarterfinals. They will miss their first Frozen Four appearance in 7 seasons. Championship Saturday for state girls basketball. Mineral Point back in the title game, looking to finish the job this time around. First half belonged to Ella Chambers. The Pointers work it inside of the senior, and she banks it home for 2. Chambers had 15 first half points. MP led by 6. They'd extend their lead in the second. Mallory Lindsay finds Kennedy Wenger for the easy deuce, and that makes it a 13-point game. And then it's Chambers again, this time from deep. Mineral Point takes home the Division IV state title, 53-42 the final.
We all wanted this, and I wanted this so much for them, and for them to achieve this goal and to be 30-0 also with it. It's an unbelievable season, and I'm so happy for them, and they deserve everything because they've earned it.
It's amazing, especially after last year and the way we ended. It's amazing. We put in so much work. We put so much work into it, and it paid off.
Now down in Division V, Randolph playing in their first state final, taking on Assumption. Now the Rockets work it around and then back to Maya Moldenhauer, who dials one up from deep to give Randolph an early 9-7 lead. Then Randolph just takes over. Later in the first half, Jory Buwalda banks home the floater. She finished with 10 points. Now they're attacking from every angle. The Rockets work it inside to Maddie DeVries for 2 of her 11. Randolph caps off their perfect season with winning their first state championship 47-31.
I don't know, it's something we really always worked for, and that's what all those hard practices and all the games, long travels, it's had to do with it. Growing up, lots of basketball and lots of work put in.
All the time and effort that we've put in these past how many years of playing the sport has really come to help us to get the gold ball, and that's what we did.
Now the madness is already in Whitewater. The women's basketball team is Final Four bound after taking down Oshkosh tonight 68-62 in the Elite 8. The Final Four is in Pittsburgh, and that begins on March 17th. The Warhawks still await their opponent.
The basketball has just yet to start, right?
I know, and honestly, it's crazy to see how much has already happened so far, what is still to come. I mean, tomorrow's Selection Sunday for Division I, so it's going to be the next couple weeks are going to be insane, to say the least.
And I believe we're going to have a watch party.
There's going to be a watch party, so we will be out there. We'll be covering it, so we will have all that information and everything as soon as the Badgers find out what their seating is and where they're going.
Heck yeah. Thanks so much, Jordan. We're going to be right back.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
To experience all the feelings inspired by Lexus at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Feast your eyes on one of my best-selling dining sets. Rustic style meets incredible value in my 7-piece Montana dining set. Available in dining height or counter height. Thanks to Bob's Discount, it's only $9.99. Featuring a rustic distressed tabletop, comfy upholstered chairs with a layer of Bob-O-Pedic memory foam, and 6 conveniently located storage drawers. The perfect place to store Grandma's secret cookie recipe. And if you need more storage, you can get 4 chairs and a storage bench. Still only $9.99. Shop what's in stock, in-store, or at mybobs.com.
The best leaders don't just forge ahead, they adjust. Bad Boy Mowers has made adjustments at every turn, including our revolutionary 3-link suspension. Built tough and designed for superior performance and speed. Adjust the seat, handles, and pedals however you want. And as for Bad Boy's rebellious spirit, well, that hasn't adjusted at all. Bad Boy, Mo with an attitude.
Some numbers are thrilling. Some impressive. Some just right. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
The changing landscape of bail reform in Wisconsin, Sunday at 10.
Practicing reading just got a whole lot more fun. Guardian Whiskers is a nonprofit organization in Madison. They offer a Book Buddies reading program for children. The program gives kids the opportunity to practice reading to a furry friend and their owner. The 20-minute sessions are free to the public, and they allow kids to build lifelong skills.
I think especially coming off of virtual learning with the pandemic and everything, this has, again, helped us look forward to reading and get excited for it.
Folks can bring their favorite book or choose from a provided selection. Organizers say reading aloud to dogs is not only fun, but it is building confidence, motivation, and reading skills. The event was held on every single second Saturday of every month and will continue for the rest of the year. I was going to say, I'm going to get in line for that. That's awesome.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Good way to practice reading skills, too.
Puppy feeder's even bigger now.
Aww.
Yeah.
Just lots of awes in that story
That's
right
all I
there.
have. Yep,
My dog Miley, you've just been signed up. You don't even know it yet.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Austin, how cool is our weather looking?
You know, not actually that cool. I would say it's going to be warm. Yeah, quite the opposite. Look at this. I mean, I wouldn't even say some of these days are going to be mild. I would say that they're going to be warm, especially looking to you Saturday, or Wednesday rather. 61 degrees. I'm loving this forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Austin. Kim, great job producing. Good night, everyone.